What if the universe has been speaking to you all along, not through words, but through patterns, signs, and the gentle repetition of numbers? What if every time you noticed the same number appear again and again, it wasn't coincidence, but guidance, energy in motion, nudging your awareness towards something greater than you've yet imagined? As we step into this powerful phase of 2025, the air around us hums with unseen vibration. Some call it chance, but the wise know, when numbers appear repeatedly, they are divine whispers pointing us toward alignment, prosperity, and purpose. Every soul moves through its own rhythm, and the cosmos speaks in frequencies that mirror your readiness. When you begin to notice patterns on clocks, receipts, dreams, or even the random turn of a page, know that life is synchronizing your path. Each number you see is not just a digit, it's a messenger of energy. It carries a vibration meant only for you, tuned perfectly to your spiritual wavelength. And this month, that vibration carries a rare current of wealth, transformation, and inner harmony, waiting for those who are aware enough to listen. According to ancient wisdom, numbers are not lifeless symbols. They are bridges between thought and manifestation. When you begin to see them as living energies, mirrors of what your soul is attracting, you step into co-creation with the universe itself. Every repetition becomes sacred, every pattern becomes purposeful, every number becomes a door to something greater. The question is, are you ready to open it? This moment you are in is not random. The alignment of energies forming across the skies is offering a subtle invitation to awaken your fortune, to let the energies of focus, patience, and gratitude lead you towards stability and abundance. The universe does not shout, it whispers. It waits for the mind to quiet, for the heart to listen, for the spirit to align. So, before we reveal the sacred numbers of this phase, take a deep breath. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm is your connection to everything that exists. You are already in tune with the cosmic pulse. All that remains is awareness. Stay until the end, because one rare bonus number holds the potential to magnify your manifestations and open a pathway to opportunities that may redefine your future. And now, as you listen to these words, ask yourself gently, when the same number keeps appearing before your eyes, do you see it as coincidence or as the universe calling your name? Number 7, the Seeker's Light. There's something deeply mysterious about the number 7. It doesn't rush, it doesn't shout, it simply appears, quietly, yet powerfully, in moments when your soul needs direction. 7 has always been the number of truth seekers, those who long to understand the unseen layers of life. It carries the energy of reflection, solitude, and deep inner wisdom. When this number enters your path, it's not asking you to chase more, it's asking you to pause and listen to the whispers within. In a world obsessed with speed, noise, and constant comparison, 7 is your gentle reminder to slow down and rediscover your own rhythm. It's the breath between your thoughts, the silence between the storms, the calm that reminds you that not everything valuable can be measured or displayed. Seeing this number again and again is a sacred nudge from the universe, a message that says your answers aren't out there, they're waiting quietly within you. Spiritually, the number 7 is the bridge between the material and the divine. It's found in the 7 colors of the rainbow, the 7 notes of music, and the 7 chakras that align your being. Every time you align your thoughts and energy with balance, peace, and gratitude, you activate this sacred vibration. 7 teaches that wealth isn't about accumulation, it's about awareness. When your inner world is calm, opportunities flow naturally toward you, not because you chase them, but because your energy invites them. This number also reminds you to trust your intuition. The mind often argues, but the soul knows. When you feel that subtle pull, that quiet inner voice saying wait or go, that's the wisdom of 7 guiding your steps. The people drawn to this vibration often find themselves on paths that don't make sense at first, but lead to profound clarity later. 7 doesn't promise a quick route, it promises the right one. So if 7 keeps showing up on receipts, timestamps, or even in your dreams, pay attention. It's not coincidence, it's confirmation. The universe is aligning you with insight, with stillness, with purpose. This is a time to journal, meditate, and declutter your mind. Let silence become your teacher. Ask yourself now, when was the last time you truly listened, not to the world, but to your own soul's voice? Number 9, the circle of completion. The number 9 appears when life is asking you to release, to forgive, and to prepare for renewal. It's the final single-digit number, the ending before a new beginning, and it carries a vibration of wisdom, closure, and compassion. When 9 shows itself in your path, it often signals that a chapter of your life is reaching its natural completion. Perhaps a lesson has been learned, a cycle fulfilled, or a purpose realized. This is not loss, it's evolution. The universe is gently clearing the space for something higher to take form. 9 holds the energy of universal love. It invites you to look beyond your personal desires and into the greater flow of humanity. It whispers of service, empathy, and the spiritual understanding that every ending is simply the prelude to awakening. When you align with the frequency of 9, you begin to see your challenges not as punishments, but as blessings in disguise, shaping you, humbling you, and preparing you for the next phase of abundance and peace. In numerology, 9 represents the culmination of experiences, the point where wisdom is harvested from every joy and every wound. You've walked through the fires of growth. Now 9 asks, what have you learned? What can you give back? In its vibration, there's a sense of emotional maturity, the ability to look back with gratitude, not regret. The past is no longer a weight, it becomes your foundation. Spiritually, 9 mirrors the great cycles of existence: birth, growth, decay, and rebirth. Just as the moon fades to darkness before returning to light, 9 teaches that closure is sacred. It's the universe's way of resetting your energy, ensuring that what no longer serves your journey is lovingly released. This could mean letting go of outdated beliefs, old fears, or even relationships that no longer resonate with your higher self. When 9 follows you, in dates, messages, or moments of reflection, pause and ask yourself, what am I holding on to that's asking to be released? True abundance isn't about accumulation, it's about flow. The more you let go, the lighter you become, and the easier it is for blessings to find you. So let the number 9 remind you, completion is not the end of the story, it's the sacred turning of the page. What if in releasing the old, you are unknowingly making room for the miracle that's already on its way? Number 3, the Creator's breath. When the number 3 appears in your life, it comes wrapped in the energy of creation, expression, and divine alignment. 3 is the pulse of inspiration, the rhythm between thought, word, and manifestation. It is the sacred triangle, connecting mind, body, and spirit, reminding you that every dream first takes shape within before it can exist without. The universe uses this vibration to awaken your creative power, to remind you that what you imagine with belief and clarity can transform into your reality. There's an unmistakable lightness that comes with the number 3. It carries the laughter of the child, the joy of the artist, the optimism of the believer. In a world weighed down by logic and routine, 3 reawakens the part of you that still believes in miracles. It invites you to dance with your dreams, to play with your ideas, to give color and life to the visions that once felt too big or too wild to be real. When you see this number repeatedly, it's not random, it's the universe whispering, you were born to create. Spiritually, 3 resonates with divine communication, the alignment of your inner truth with universal energy. It's often seen by those who are meant to speak, teach, or inspire. The vibration of 3 opens the throat chakra, encouraging authentic expression and fearless sharing of one's voice. Words spoken with love, faith, and intention under this vibration carry power. They shape outcomes and attract abundance. Remember, what you speak, you create, and what you affirm, you invite. From another lens, 3 is the moment where thought becomes tangible, the spark that moves ideas from imagination into form. It's the painter's brushstroke, the writer's first sentence, the builder's first stone. When this number aligns with your path, it's time to act, to bring forward what your heart has been quietly nurturing. The energy of 3 rewards courage, not perfection. In daily life, seeing 3 repeatedly can also be a gentle reminder to find balance between doing and being, between effort and surrender. If your spirit has been drained by overthinking or fear of failure, 3's arrival is an encouragement to breathe again, to trust the process, to know that creation is not meant to be rushed, it's meant to be enjoyed. So as you walk through this phase, ask yourself, what dream within me is asking to be born? What truth have I kept silent that now deserves to be spoken? Because when your words, actions, and intentions align, you don't just chase opportunities, you become the opportunity itself. Number 8. The infinite path of power and karma. In the vast wheel of samsara, the number 8 stands like an eternal symbol of balance. 2 circles intertwined, neither beginning nor end, mirroring the eternal flow of karma. It is the number of infinite cycles, of cause and effect, of power, that moves through both realms, the material and the spiritual. In Buddhist numerology, 8 carries the vibration of Dharma, of the noble eightfold path that guides one from illusion to liberation. It whispers of mastery over self and matter, of learning the sacred art of giving and receiving in equal measure. To live under the energy of 8 is to be called to great responsibility, because every action under its influence ripples far beyond the moment, touching countless unseen threads of destiny. Nostradamus once wrote, "The great wheel shall turn, and kings shall rise where paupers stood." Such is the mystery of 8. It neither promises permanence nor demands submission, but it ensures that balance will always be restored. Baba Vanga, too, foresaw that those aligned with the frequency of 8 in this cosmic age would awaken a hidden power within them, a strength that can rebuild what was lost and create abundance from within. She believed that when 8 reappears in your path, it is not merely fortune, it is a karmic invitation to embody integrity, discipline, and wisdom in all that you touch. The essence of 8 asks you to look within and ask, where have I overreached, and where have I withheld? It teaches that power without compassion corrodes the soul, but compassion without boundaries weakens it. The enlightened path is found where both forces dance in harmony. Just as the Buddha taught balance between indulgence and austerity, 8 reminds us that the universe itself sustains on equilibrium. The sun rises only because the night makes way. Financially and spiritually, this number carries potent magnetism. When aligned with humility, it attracts wealth, not just of coins, but of wisdom. The great teachers say that true abundance is when desire becomes devotion, when you no longer chase the world, but the world finds peace in your presence. Number 8 amplifies manifestation, yet it warns against greed. It opens the gates of prosperity to those who act with fairness, compassion, and a deep sense of gratitude for every cycle completed. Under the glow of Cosmic 8, meditate upon the infinity loop. Visualize energy circulating endlessly between your heart and the universe, returning to you purified and expanded. Let each breath remind you of this eternal exchange. Inhale what you need. Exhale what no longer serves. This is how 8 teaches the silent rhythm of balance. Through the breath, through karma, through the soul's endless journey between giving and receiving. And so, beloved seeker, when the number 8 crosses your path, know that destiny is calling you toward mastery, not over others, but over your own reactions, fears, and attachments. You are not being tested, you are being trusted. The universe has seen your strength, and now it asks, will you use your power to create harmony, or will you let it slip into illusion once again? Number 11, the Master Awakening. The number 11 stands as a celestial gateway, a divine pillar between the seen and unseen worlds. In its shape, two parallel lines rise together, never touching, yet perfectly aligned, symbolizing duality striving for unity. It is known in both Buddhist and esoteric traditions as a master number, carrying a vibration of enlightenment and awakening. To encounter 11 is to receive a sacred call from the higher self, urging you to rise beyond logic and perceive life as it truly is: energy, consciousness, and light in eternal motion. In the words of the Buddha, awakening is not changing who you are, but discarding who you are not. Number 11 holds this truth within its very frequency. Baba Vanga once said that in the age of awakening, the chosen will see through the veils of illusion, as if the world had suddenly become transparent. The seers of old believed that 11 was the code of divine messengers, those souls born to channel wisdom, heal others, and shift collective vibrations. When 11 begins to appear in your path repeatedly, it signals that your intuitive faculties are opening, your dreams intensify, synchronicities unfold, and the veil between this world and the next grows thinner. You begin to sense that nothing around you is random, that each encounter and coincidence is a whisper from the universe itself. Nostradamus, too, hinted at this sacred alignment in his writings, describing a future where the light of two shall merge to reveal what has long been hidden. In this merging of dualities, masculine and feminine, logic and emotion, form and spirit, lies the essence of number. It teaches us that true awakening is not about escaping the world, but understanding it through the lens of divine unity. The two pillars become one gate, and through it walks the awakened being, calm, compassionate, and aware. Spiritually, 11 often arrives during moments of inner turmoil or transformation. It is the number that appears when your soul is ready to ascend, but your mind still clings to fear. It calls for surrender, to trust your intuition, even when it contradicts reason, to follow the light even when it seems distant. Like the flicker of a candle in the dark, this number invites you to keep walking toward illumination, no matter how faint the path may seem. It is a reminder that enlightenment is not an event, it is a process of remembering who you already are beneath layers of conditioning and doubt. Meditate upon 11 as two beams of light rising toward the heavens. Feel them as channels of divine energy running through your own being. The left pillar of wisdom, the right pillar of compassion. When these energies meet in your heart, they form a bridge between heaven and earth, spirit and form. This is the sacred role of those guided by number 11, to walk as intermediaries between the worlds, bringing higher consciousness into the realm of everyday life. And so when 11 appears before you, see it not as coincidence, but as confirmation. The universe is calling you to awaken, to embody the truth you once only sought. For when the light within you finally aligns with the light above, you will no longer need to search for meaning, you will become it. Tell me, dear seeker, are you ready to open this gate and step fully into the light of your own awakening? Number 33, the Master Healer. The number 33 is often called the Master Healer, the vibration of pure compassion, and the most sacred expression of divine service. Within its frequency lies a light that does not seek recognition, it only seeks to heal. It is the number of those who are called to lift others through love, wisdom, and presence. In ancient numerological teachings, 33 was known as the Christ vibration, symbolizing the merging of the spiritual and human realms. Yet, in the Buddhist way, it is the embodiment of karuna, compassion in action, the kind that expects nothing and gives everything. When the number 33 appears in your path, It is not a coincidence, it is a calling. It whispers that your soul's highest purpose is awakening through service, that your energy can mend what words cannot. You might find yourself drawn toward helping others, healing emotional wounds, or speaking truth that soothes restless hearts. In this vibration, your empathy becomes your power, not a weakness, but a radiant force that connects you to the fabric of all beings. Those aligned with 33 are often old souls, carrying wisdom from lifetimes past, sent here to help others remember their light. In its dual threes, we see expansion and expression doubled, a spiritual echo that magnifies love's voice through the corridors of time. It teaches that true mastery is not about dominance, but surrender, not about control but harmony. To live in the energy of 33 is to be both teacher and student, healer and healed, giver and receiver. This number asks you to pour light into every shadow, to love even when you do not understand, and to forgive even when it hurts. It calls for a heart vast enough to hold the sorrows of the world without losing its own peace. Those touched by this number often go through intense trials of the heart, for healing energy is born through empathy, and empathy is shaped through pain. But through that pain, the soul becomes medicine. The Buddha said, "Our sorrows and wounds are healed only when we touch them with compassion," and this is the essence of 33, to touch every broken part of yourself and the world with gentleness until wholeness returns. It is not a path of ease, but it is a path of grace. When you meditate on 33, imagine a soft golden light expanding from your heart, circling the earth, touching every soul that aches for peace. Feel how even a single breath of compassion can ripple through the collective field of consciousness. In that moment, you become both healer and light-bearer, an anchor of love in a world that has forgotten its song. And so, when 33 appears, take it as a divine invitation to rise above judgment and embody unconditional love. The world does not need more noise, it needs more hearts that listen, forgive, and heal. Tell me, beautiful soul, are you ready to let your compassion become your greatest form of power? And so, dear seeker, as we come to the end of this journey, remember that the numbers revealed to you are not random. They are living energies woven into your destiny. They are the quiet whispers of the cosmos, reminding you that every step, every challenge, and every victory has always been part of a divine sequence. When you walk with awareness, even the smallest coincidence becomes a message. Even the simplest day becomes a doorway to transformation. The universe does not speak in words, it speaks in rhythm, in patterns, in vibrations that echo through your thoughts, your choices, your heartbeats. Each number we explored is a mirror reflecting a truth you already carry within. 7 reminded you to slow down and listen to your inner wisdom. 9 called for release and completion. 22 spoke of creation and mastery. 33 awakened your heart to healing and compassion. Together they form a sacred thread, a pathway from awakening to service, from self to all. It is the path of mindful abundance, where peace and prosperity are not opposites, but companions walking hand in hand. In the Buddhist way, this harmony is called samadhi, the state of being fully aligned with the truth of all that is. When you reach this space, you stop chasing outcomes and start embodying flow. The future no longer feels uncertain, because you recognize that you are not separate from it, you are creating it, moment by moment, breath by breath. Each intention you send out becomes a ripple in the vast ocean of consciousness, and eventually that ripple returns to you magnified by grace. As the final days of this month unfold, take this as your reminder. Abundance is not something you find, it is something you remember. You have always been connected to the infinite source that breathes through the stars and the silence between them. Align your thoughts with gratitude, your actions with kindness, and your heart with peace. That is how true wealth begins, not in what you have, but in how deeply you live. Before we close, take a slow breath with me. Feel your heartbeat sync with the rhythm of the universe. Whisper to yourself this simple truth: I am aligned with abundance, peace, and purpose. Carry this mantra into your days as a shield of calm and a beacon of clarity. If these words resonated with you, take a moment to reflect in the comments. What message did the universe whisper to your heart today? And remember, dear soul, your path is sacred, your light is timeless, and your numbers are not coincidences, they are your compass guiding you home.